Hello, welcome to our assembly for Friday. I hope you've had a really lovely week. I hope you've done some things that made you feel absolutely brilliant. I hope you've done some work in class and you've looked at it and thought, do you know what? I never thought I could do that before. And I hope you felt absolutely amazing for doing it, because when you do new stuff, when you learn new stuff, it makes you feel good. And I've seen lots of people in my office this week. I've given out lots of stickers for people who have been working really hard and who will almost surprise themselves at how clever they've been. Now, these people have learned and they've grown as people because they realized they could do it. And I was talking to a couple of the boys in year 6 on Wednesday, and they were talking about how difficult the task was. It was kind of the right level of difficulty, but it was a real challenge. And they sat there going, yeah, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this, because they got a growth mindset. They thought that they could do it, which meant that they didn't stop themselves from learning. So they were able to apply themselves and really do well with their maths. And I've seen that in absolutely every class. When I've gone around and said, could you do this? And somebody said, oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, I could give that a go, or I could try it. So that's really good. So it fits with our statements here. Together we learn, grow, and dream. But also, it fits in here because we've got these words like we talked about, like being resilient, being resourceful, being thoughtful, being ambitious. All of these things are the things that we want you guys to be. And you show that day in, day out, every single one of you, because every single one of you is absolutely brilliant. Now, it's okay for me to say you guys are absolutely brilliant. Sometimes each of us in ourselves, we don't feel absolutely brilliant. Sometimes we might feel a bit sad. Sometimes we might feel like we don't want to come into school. Sometimes we might think, oh, everything's dead hard and I can't do it. And what really helps is the words that you use to yourself in your brain. So this is about how you give yourself a positive mindset, how you make yourself feel more positive, because you can turn it around and you can feel like you can do something good. So the story I'm going to read to you today is called Your Thoughts Matter. It's about how to give yourself a growth mindset and how you can actually make your thoughts work in a particular way by saying certain things to yourself. So let's have a look at the story that we've got. So here we've got Maria, Romy, and Esther. So we've also got Growy. Growy loves challenges. Growy is okay with mistakes. Growy tries out new things, and Growy is gentle with Romy. That's really important, being gentle. Fixie. Fixie avoids challenges. Fixie hates mistakes. Fixie doesn't like new things and celebrates Romy for her talents. Okay, so celebrates Romy for her talents. Says, oh, you're really good at running. Well done for being good at running. But being good at running means that, well, you're saying that you're good at that. Let's stick with being good at that because that's great. But actually, can you get better at skipping? Can you get better at jumping? Can you get better at hopping? Okay, so have a think as we go through. Romy has a secret so big she's never told anybody about it. She's got 2 best friends called Growy and Fixie, but Romy is the only one who can see them. Her 2 best friends never agree on anything. They fight all the time, and sometimes they argue so much it makes Romy cry. Growy loves challenges, tries out new things, and is gentle with Romy. Fixie hates mistakes, avoids challenges, and celebrates Romy for her talents. So can you see Romy on the playground? She's wearing a red t-shirt, and you can see her special friends. There we go. Everywhere Romy goes, they're right beside her. And today, Romy is very busy, beginning with her maths class at school. And it looks like the 2 friends are arguing. Fixie is saying, you're just not smart enough for maths. And sometimes some of us feel like that we find maths really hard. But Growy is saying that's not true. Romy can't do these maths problems yet. With practice, she will. If you stick at something, if you try really hard, if you ask your teacher for help, you will be able to do it. After the maths problems, Mrs. Winter has the class do some writing exercises. Oh, Romy's an awful writer. Her work is full of mistakes. She'll never be able to get it right. But Growy is saying Romy's just frustrated because she's learning something new, and that's hard. Now, I saw somebody's work the other day, and their book was full, a whole page of writing, and you could see there was loads of things in it that they'd worked at getting right because there was loads of purple pen all over it. And honestly, your books, when there is purple pen all over it, are amazing, because it means that you guys have seen not the mistakes, but you've seen how to make it even better. Or you might be able to say, well, yeah, I've made a spelling mistake, but I spotted it and I sorted it. So is Fixie right or wrong? Her work is full of mistakes. Is that a good or a bad thing? Have a think. See what you think about. Talk to your friends. Is it a good or bad thing to have work full of mistakes? I might need to pause the video while I take a slurp of my coffee. Yum. I think it's good to have work full of mistakes, and I think you should get work right the first time. I think it takes time to get things right, and actually every time you make a mistake you become even cleverer. Every time you correct a mistake you work at it and you become a stronger person, and it's okay to do that. After writing, it's time for lunch. All the kids get together and eat quickly. But then it happens, splash. And Growy says, whoops, accidents happen all the time, let's wipe it up. But Fixie's saying, oh, you're so clumsy. Oh, so what? We've spilt something. I spilled some tea on the floor this morning, and I could have got really cross and grumpy, but instead I got a cloth. And I wiped it all up, and it was all okay. It's all fine. It's not a problem at all. And actually what Growy is doing is being kind to Romy, using a kind voice, kind words. Today doesn't seem to be Romy's day. If embarrassing herself at lunchtime wasn't enough, and now she notices she's forgotten her gym bag. She's forgotten her PE kit. Well, says Growy, you made a mistake. You'll remember next time. But Fixie's saying, you never pay attention. Nobody forgot their stuff except you. Who's using kind words? Is it Growy or Fixie? That's right, it's Growy. Does it actually matter, really, that she's forgotten a PE kit? No. If she tries to be less forgetful next time, then she can learn from it and be a better person. During recess, during playtime, Romy misses a shot when they're playing football. Fixie says, oh, you're not good enough. You let your whole team down. But Growy says it was disappointing to miss that one goal. And sometimes we have disappointing moments, and everybody does. But you passed the ball to a teammate and he scored. So let's think about what you did do and how you helped other people. So Growy again is being kind. So Romy's thoughts can be kind to her, just like your thoughts can be kind to you, and you can choose which thoughts to listen to. After a long day at school, Romy's happy to ride a bike home. And Growy says, you practiced a lot already, now you can do it. And Fixie's saying, you're so talented at this, you were born to ride a bike. Which person is celebrating better things? Is it Growy or Fixie? What do you think? If you think back to our mission statements, learn, grow, and dream, which one of these people, Growy or Fixie, is thinking about learning, growing, and dreaming? You practiced a lot already, now you can do it. You were so talented at this, you were born to ride a bike. What do you think? Talk to your partner again. That's right. It's actually Growy, because Growy is talking about how Romy has learned to ride a bike, how she has grown as a person because she's practiced at something and got better. And now that she can do it, she can dream of anywhere she wants to go. But Fixie isn't talking about what Romy has practiced, just that she can do it now. At home, Romy has to practice the piano. The old songs come easily to her, but she struggles with the new ones. Oh, this is too hard, says Fixie. But Growy says it's meant to be hard. We grow by challenging ourselves. And I've spoken to people at school who have said, oh, I really love a good challenge. It's a difficult book I'm reading, but I like reading something difficult. And that's really, really important. We grow by challenging ourselves. Okay, so we talked about how we learn and grow. That's what your teachers are doing. And when I was talking to the boys who were talking about their maths, one of them said, well, it's a bit easy and a bit hard. I was like, that's the right level of challenge then, isn't it? So that's what we're looking for. Things that are a bit easy, things that are a bit hard. It's the right level of challenge. At bedtime, Romy's mum tucks her in, but before Romy goes to sleep, they each read a page from her favourite book. And Romy says, I'll never learn how to read. And Mum just says, you just can't do it yet. Romy bursts into tears. Romy, what's going on? Asks her mum. Nothing seems to be going right, says Romy. I can't figure out the maths problems. I make mistakes all the time, and I forgot my gym clothes today. Oh, honey. Fixie said I was stupid, Romy says. Mum looks confused. Who's Fixie? I know it's weird, Romy explains, but I have these two friends inside my head. I'm the only one who can hear and see them. They fight all the time. Fixie hates when I make mistakes and gets really mad with me. Growy thinks I can practice and learn. Romy's mum takes a deep breath. Your friend Growy is right. Your brain is like a muscle. If you try challenging your brain with hard problems, you're exercising it so it can grow stronger. Romy, tell Fixie that he is wrong. If you listen to Growy's positive voice, you'll believe in yourself. Romy thinks about what her mum just told her. Then Romy's mum shares a big secret with her. Do you know what the secret is? So have a think. See if you can work out what that secret might be. Wonder if you've got it. Everybody has a Growy and Fixie in their heads. Every single person on earth. You have them. The cashier at the supermarket has them. Your teachers have them. I have them. So you need to make a choice about which voice to choose to listen to. Are you going to listen to Growy, who says you can do it if you work hard? Or are you going to listen to Fixie, who says you'll never be good enough, you'll never manage to do it? So there we go. I quite like that book. It's a nice story. So have a think about something that you've done recently that was really hard. Okay, so something that you might have done in school, something you might have done at home, outside of school. Might be you went to a dance class and you did a new move. Might be that you went to your horse riding lesson and you mastered cantering for the first time. It might be that you took a really difficult shot at when you played basketball on the playground and you scored a basket. It might be that you sat in Mrs. Bates' maths lesson and you did your multiplication and you were really, really quick through your times tables. It might be that you've really, really struggled remembering some of your words in phonics, but you got it and Mr. Bounce said, I'm a phonics legend. There's loads of things that it might be. So think about something you've done that was really hard. And did you have that Growy and Fixie voice in your head? Did you have that? Some people do, and they're really, really aware of it. So you have to think about your Growy and Fixie voice and listen to the Growy one. Listen to the voice that says, I can do it. Your Growy voice might sound a little bit like your teacher because your teacher will always say, you can do it. Stick at it. Keep working at it. You'll do it. You'll make it. So think about that next time you've got something hard. Think if you can stop and say, what's my Growy voice saying? What's my Fixie voice saying? and then think to your say to your growy voice, I can do this. Yeah, you're right, I can. I'm going to give it a go. And if you can't make it that time, if you can't do it first time, then you've learned and you've practiced and you've become a better person. You've learned, even if it's a tiny, tiny bit, you've learned and you've grown as a person because you stuck at it. So well done, guys, because you've tried hard. Now, I am a bit like your fixie voice, your growy voice, sorry, I've got the wrong word there. I am a bit like your growy voice because I will always tell you that you can do it. You are absolutely brilliant. All of your teachers will say the same, that you are absolutely brilliant, every single one of you. You are all of those things that we want in that mission statement, in that word cloud that you've got up in your classrooms. You can be anything you want to be from that. Absolutely. So go and be awesome. Go and have an amazing day. Go and be absolutely brilliant. Go and listen to Growy and think about how amazing you're being. Have a lovely, lovely day, guys.